Hi there, welcome back to Marky RC. Today we're going to do a review on the MF01X chassis from Tamiya. Really cool little chassis. I think it's like a follow-on from the M chassis which went from M01 to M08. Somewhere in between there. This chassis comes in the long wheelbase configuration because this car can be set up in medium or long. The only thing is, this one's in the long configuration, so you get a long centre shaft to connect the gearboxes. But if you was to use a smaller body, you'd have to purchase the smaller drive shaft separately. So I'll pop it on the turntable and run through all the features that this particular Tamiya car's got. Here we have the Tamiya Beetle, the MF01X VW rally car. 1/10 scale, 4-wheel drive chassis. It was model number 58650. Its release date 27th of June 2015. This chassis can be built in medium and long configuration. You do need to purchase a separate propeller shaft if you are, this is in the long configuration, so I've got the long shaft, but if I was to put a body on there with a short wheelbase, I would need to purchase the shorter propeller shaft which connects front and rear gearboxes. This car has sealed gearboxes front and rear with geared differentials. A 540 silver can motor which is a torque tuned version which is slightly better than the normal silver can. Comes with a plastic monocoque chassis. And the batteries mounted horizontally across the chassis to give really good weight distribution. Tamiya's let it down a little bit by putting friction shocks in the kit, when, you know, for an extra 5-6 quid you could have probably put some decent CVA shocks in there. Double wishbone suspension, front and rear. I'll show you that in a minute when I take the body shell off. The kit comes with plastic bushing. The kit also comes with a electronic brush speed control. Also on the outside of this particular vehicle you get really nice replica rally wheels and Tamiya's rally block tyres, which are pretty good in the dirt and on tarmac. You can also build this chassis with high and low ground clearance. If this is in the high clearance now because it's in the rally car setting, but if you was to do it in like the road setting, you can lower it down by about 5 or 6 mil. You can take brushless systems quite well this particular car. I've actually put a mild brushless system in this particular car and they absolutely fly. I think this chassis, with being an MF, must be a follow-on from the M run of chassis, but it is built completely different, which I'll show you in a minute when I take the body off. Very basic construction but really strong. So I don't know whether this would be classed as like the M09 maybe. Not quite sure how that series of vehicles runs, but I do have all the M chassis, so I will put all them on the turntable at some point and just do a little review on them. I think the body on this particular car looks really scale, with the chrome bumpers, and you get the chrome mirrors. I did think about putting some of them on my Sand Scorcher. I think they look pretty cool. Like the spotlights at the front as well, and you have a lighting kit with this particular car, because the front lights will take the lights and the rear lights you just leave clear and paint with a red paint. To make the paint on this particular car look like it's of that era, it's the same colour orange Tamiya paint as the Jägermeister Porsche. I've just backed it in black, and it really makes that paint look sort of vintagey than it would do being gleaming orange. And I think the decals really set it off. A bit like a sort of Dakar rally style car. And I think the body styling on all of the Beetles that Tamiya produce is absolutely awesome. Really good fun on tarmac, really good fun on the dirt. Tamiya actually make well, there's about 10, 11 body shells that go onto this particular chassis. This car has been fully bull raced with one of Tamiya's hop-ups, and Tamiya also do like a TRF damper for this particular car. You can also get the engine mount, upgraded steering servo and titanium ball ends, and obviously the full bearing kit. So what I'll do now is I'll pop the body off and I'll show you what the chassis looks like. Here we have the chassis now with the body taken off. As you can see on there, front mounted servo. Motor's mounted at the rear. Little torque tuned 540 silver can motor. I do like the red plastics and the little red standoffs on the shocks. As you can see, it's very similar, just like a modern day version of the TL01, one of Tamiya's first, well, sort of first or second entry level touring cars. As you can see, the propeller shaft down the side there, big thick steel propeller shaft. Everything is really strong, solid chassis. Got a little bit of adjustability there on the rear. You've got adjustability on the front, just on the steering. All the camber linkages and everything are fixed. Easy battery access horizontally, but I think if I was to run it full time, I'd just put a nice set of shocks on, maybe get some adjustable tie rods for the front so I can adjust all my suspension, get that geometry nice. So I'll take it back off the turntable now and give it a little couple of bounces, show how much suspension travel it's got, and then I'll pop the body back on and give it a couple more spins on the turntable. Here we just have a little closer up view of everything on the buggy or rally car. See the propeller shaft through the middle, all the way the suspension mounts. You don't have any adjustability on the shock angles. Front mounted servo, room for your receiver and your speed control. And then down the back there we've got the torque tune motor, put a bit of weight over the rear wheels. Nice little engine brace. And just a few the adjustability points for all your suspension, little tie rods. And then underneath, it is almost the same as the TL01. You can see the cutout in the middle there, for if you want to make the chassis a bit shorter. Well, this is basically TL01 arms, which they pretty much are. I might even check that actually, because I've got some spare arms lying around somewhere. Adjustable servo from underneath. So overall, quite a robust little rally car. I'll pop the body back on, and here we have the bounce test. I'd say 15mm of travel at the back. Same on the front. Very bouncy. Very bouncy. Definitely needs oil shocks in there, but if you're just tearing around a car park, no big deal. And there we go. The MF-01X shaft driven 4-wheel drive chassis with the Volkswagen Beetle Baja body shell. Really nice model, really good fun to build. Spare parts, cheap. Can run it with the standard 540 motor. They do about 15-18 mile an hour, or you can go brushless and go as fast as you want. I think in the dirt they do look really cool whizzing about. We had 3 or 4 running around, and they do look really good fun. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope you like and subscribe. It'd be cool for a new channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.